Just don't say any P sounds.
Yeah, stop saying the P sounds.
Urine.
Pizza.
Hey, welcome out to channel14.com's Bodega Nights, quote unquote live from a co-working space somewhere in Cebu.
Ooh.
I'm Jao.
I'm Paolo.
Hey, I'm ironic.
Hey, I'm Martin. I thought we were not going to say the P sound.
It's in my name.
I apologize everybody for the non-pop filters that we have. So if Martin starts getting annoying, it's Martin's fault.
Martin.
He's got all the P's. I told him to urinate. He didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm currently drinking again. Water.
But guys, it's been so long since this happened. Joe, I haven't seen you since the plague.
Same here. I haven't seen all of you since the plague.
Yes, you've been to a magical land.
I know.
Magical land.
This feels like the 10-year anniversary.
Not yet. That's next year.
Yeah. that actually is next year, right? Because we've been doing this for almost 10 years.
2013.
Yep.
You know what? Paolo has this really cool thing where he has a mask on his face. It's like a natural pop filter.
Huh,
Really?
that actually works out for him.
Let's see if it works.
I hope it works.
All right. So, hey guys, Paolo, this is a good idea. Is it working?
I think so. I mean,
I have no idea.
Peter picked a pile, pick the peppers.
Yeah, good enough.
Okay, that's good.
Oh dear, it does work.
Huh, what you know? So maybe masks do work.
We should have a mask mandate on all of Channel 14's podcasts.
Yes.
God.
The masks work.
Yep. Well, on YouTube you can say it doesn't. It's still so weird that YouTube moved that now.
I know.
Oh God, the amount of emails you get from different things that you can't say it can for content creation. I love it and hate it. Gosh, how's everyone been? How's your plague?
Due to work stress and depression, I think I kind of gained weight.
Really? Who here lost? Anyone? I know you're fucking lying. I know all of you lying.
The pandemic pounds came and they won't go away.
Oh God, the COVID kilos?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID
Yeah.
kilos, baby.
Oh God, the pandemic pound, COVID kilos, stationary stones, all the things.
All them things.
Though in fairness, it gave me an appreciation for
Wallpaper?
calisthenics.
Calisthenics.
I thought you were gonna say appreciation of like.
No,
The simpler things in life.
Oh, that's what the storm did.
Oh God.
Oh God.
dear,
Hey, we see you survived the COVID and all things. Let's hit you with a damn storm. Let's see how that goes for
That
you.
was terrible.
yes.
Oh, it was
Oh,
and the worst timing. The amount of how much food did you have? Because that happened like a week or so before Christmas. So I was like stacked to the nines when it came to food.
We actually had quite a bit of food. Like we had quite a bit of food. We had a lot of gas as well. I mean, not like gas for the motor vehicles, but like gasol.
So did you also have like investments in the right place? Like what information have you gotten that we don't know about? I made sure to invest in solar power, into generators, all these things like a few days before the storm.
Yeah, but I will say that I lost quite a bit during the crypto crash.
Oh God.
Wait,
I'm good. I'm not that good.
wait. So you're telling me you put stock on GameStop?
Yeah, I did.
Old.
Wait, you actually did?
Yeah, and I actually made money on GameStop.
Nice.
Nice.
I lost it all on the crypto crash.
God damn it.
Well, no, not all of it. I lost quite a bit of it during the crypto crash, but like I did manage to make some money off of GameStop. So, you know.
So at least you know net zero.
Yeah. One of those. I put in. You know, it's the way that I like to think about my investments. As long as I am netting more than 5% per annum, I'm good.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because that's about the best that one can get with a bank account in the Philippines. Like the best bank account has an interest rate of 5% per annum. And if I can do better than that, then that's what I'm going to do. So like even if I get 5.5% all in all, that's all right. Because it's better than putting it in the bank.
So Pao, how was your plague so far?
The week before, was stuck
The
in
week before the plague or the week before?
No,
The week before the storm, yeah.
A week before the plague was such a happy time. I never thought things would go so bad.
Oh dear. What was it? Okay, so
Yeah, I'll see you in like 2 weeks.
the aftermath of the in the aftermath of the storm, that's when I got COVID on the first week of
Me too!
February.
Mine was January.
And then, like 2 weeks ago, I got it again. So I was stuck in my room for 10 days, and that's how I got an appreciation for the Saitama workout.
Which is a
Which
basic
is-
strength thing.
What's again the 100?
No, 10 push. Is it 10 push-ups, 10 this, 10 that?
100
Or
push-ups,
100.
100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and you can't do running unless you like run in place like a madman.
I see.
Okay.
So did you do 100 push-ups? How did
No,
that
but
feel?
I did exercise nearly every day in my quarantine.
Oh,
That's
God.
good, that's
My
good.
quarantine was spent just like, why am I here? Because like my COVID was just literally, I didn't believe I had COVID. I just had like the basic sniffles. Like I had colds that were worse at that point. But my girlfriend who had the same time was like, life is leaving me. Like, oh, that's real bad.
Existential sickness. Okay.
It was like one of those situations. So like I know some people get bad, some people don't get too bad.
Yeah.
But what I remember doing then was we end up watching like these YouTube channels that just show us like these things in Japan making noodles and
Yeah.
cooking food. So that became 1 week of us watching restaurants work.
Huh.
It was a strange situation.
Huh.
Also, God, in that storm too, I got a weird disease that was amazing because it was a high fever that gave me the chills. So every night I could put a blanket on. It was great. So there's aircon going on. I had like horrible chills for 3 days. Like, oh my God, this is so comfortable. I think I'm dying, but God damn, it's amazing.
Wow, that sounds like a horrible bacterial infection.
Or something, but it was just like, you have like, you don't ever get those horrible chills. Like everything just feels cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But at
yeah.
that point, there's like,
Oh dear.
I'm okay with this. This is actually pretty great. I can put a blanket on, hug a pillow. It feels normal again.
You've never had the hallucination where there's like millions of ant-sized soldier people running up your bed trying to like converge on top of you.
Look, as long as they didn't touch the AC, I didn't care.
I'm pretty sure that's Gulliver's Island.
Just
That's how
for
that's how I am with like with really bad fevers. It's Gulliver's Island.
Just for context for everybody, right? At the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year, and the
year.
beginning of the year, we had one of the worst storms like in history. Hit Cebu, and we didn't have a good part of the city didn't have electricity for over a month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, and so what Ironic is saying is having the chills when you don't have an air conditioner, absolutely fine.
Oh God, it was amazing. It's like, is this what sick is like? I'm actually kind of happy. I was in a weird situation where I kind of want to stay sick a little longer because it's pretty comfy at night.
So a problem is present, but then another problem comes in and solves the problem, the other problem temporarily.
Pretty much. And the good thing was, like, people might be thinking, because there was remember the paracetamol shortage that was happening at the same time?
Yes.
Oh,
Now, the good part
dear.
was, every start of the rainy season, I stock up on paracetamol.
nice.
Yes.
So, I went into a debt with 200 pieces of paracetamol still in stock. So, I was like, I can heal myself, but
this
do
is
I want to?
nice. So this is like a RPG type game. You were harvesting it before you had to use
Yep,
it.
I was just farming, grinding that shit. Like,
Farming,
yeah.
grinding.
Actually, and
Long-term grinding.
I'm curious, what did you hear about what happened? Like, because I know the stories that Jenny ignored us, but did you know what was going on? Did you
I
realize?
was on the other side of the world trying to survive not only the harsh reality of people thinking this shit is fake and that masks are not real and that vaccines don't work. And I'm also having an internal struggle with a freaking place of work there. So I have no clue what happened except when you hit us on Discord. And then when I Google it, like, holy shit.
Was this the same time you're having issues with that goat?
Yes.
Goat.
And then the next year, which was January, I had my struggle with COVID.
This was really. What
was-
was it? We were doing the Cast Garden at the time.
But we we ended it in time.
Yeah, we ended it
End
right
of November.
right on time.
When
But
hell started it for me in December. And
there was one episode that had yet to be released, or one or two episodes that had yet to
Yeah.
be released. And I remember Martin asking, like, so, any,
I didn't know what was happening here.
like any ETA on the episode. And I was like, bro.
So now when I go, I only figured out
Zhao
when-
fighting off the remaining survivors for that pan of beans gets a message. Run.
Only when I saw Ironic's messages in Discord, like, oh shit. And that was already too late. It's already too late. Like I
Yo,
said,
why aren't you hitting your schedules, Zhao? Why aren't you hitting your schedules?
like I said,
Is a little act of God really going to stop you?
again, my bad, because I didn't know shit that was happening in this country, let alone other parts of the country that were not being highlighted by said media.
Oh,
If you know what I mean, guys.
All they were talking about was that fucking election. While the rest of the
Yes.
country,
Yes,
this is it, man. While the rest of the
actually.
country was burning to hell,
Actually,
all they could talk about was pink versus fucking red.
Yep.
yes! You know why?
No, I was so glad that the net wasn't working well because I could ignore most of that.
Yes, absolutely yes.
I think the best thing that happened for me, like at the other end of the world, the YouTube ads were like weird ass ramen commercials from Brazil. Not vote for this guy so and so, vote for that guy.
Martin,
Oh my
you
God.
said something about a goat. What do you mean by that?
Somebody hasn't been listening to.
well, to be fair to Saxo,
Wow, you're resurrecting my name.
Yes, Sven.
right?
To resurrect Martin's old like.
Right? Wait, can we say your name? Is it allowed?
No, we cannot. We cannot. We cannot. We cannot.
Right? D word?
Yes, the word.
Call of Duty names.
Everyone's going to try to find, what is it? Why can't they say that name? It's going to be so horribly disappointed if they have
Okay,
to find out.
fine. Guys, it was Derrick. Are you happy now?
Guys, I have a confession to make. My name is actually Derrick.
And then some guy there comes with a guitar out of nowhere. I have another confession to make.
That should be a thing. Like now, my all of my internet personality is going to be like Derrick. I'm gonna set up a YouTube channel, Derrick from home.
Derrick from home.
Oh my
Sponsored
god, I
by-
love it. Oh my god, that storm. When the worst part about it really was after everyone had resettled, everyone like, hey, we know how to survive this pandemic. We are doing great. Storm, let's hard reset. Like I think that was like my friend had to close down his restaurant after that one because it's just nothing could work. Like they lost the entire holiday sale all the way until February. So like you couldn't get Chinese New Year, you couldn't get anything holiday wise. Everything was gone.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Gosh.
And the thing is, like, it happened just last year, and it's still just so fresh in my mind still.
The city hasn't exactly recovered from it.
Oh
yet.
no, we could probably look out here and probably see a broken roof somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like it's, that storm aged the city 10 years.
Oh yeah, remember that hotel, the one in the Northwark Mission area? You just see it looks like it got hit by a mortar round or something.
Yeah.
You guys are like, oh wow. I hope the guests go here in the evening because they won't gonna come here. Come in the morning. Check-ins are actually 11 p.m.
Not 11 a.m.
Not 11 a.m. You have to come here at p.m. You can leave any other time, but you come here at this hour. We don't want you seeing stuff.
Yeah, we're sorry, but things are fine. But yeah, where I am right now, it feels like it's still.
Oh yeah, you got to see things fixed up. There are there's still scars around different parts of the place. There's still some schools that have their entire roof ripped off.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're still
not bad.
fixing things in Lapu-Lapu.
Lapu-Lapu.
Oh god, Lapu-Lapu was the freaking Wild West. It was the Wild West during most of the storm.
We were there the other day, and something that we noticed was that road that goes towards Maribago.
Yeah.
On the west side.
Yes.
Basically where the airplanes come into the airport.
Yeah.
There used to be a fence
Yeah.
between the road and the
There
ocean.
used to be one.
Yeah.
It isn't there anymore. Well, actually, it's still there. It's just tipped over.
There's a lot of things missing, like the amount of damage. And again, like when I say the Wild West, I literally mean like they would repair wires and people would steal the wires the exact same day it was repaired.
Will those wires even be able to be sold, or
They don't care.
they just want it?
They just think their thing is, hey, we have infinite sources of
wires.
copper and all the things to sell later.
You see, that's how the economy works, right? Money goes around.
Circulation.
Circulation. Copper wire.
So I'm so sorry.
It goes around just like in their arm, like this.
Yes, like
It's not official
around the
podcast.
arm.
Yes. Wrap it around your arm. The money goes around.
But yeah, for those who weren't listening to Cass Garden, yeah, I think Jao mentioned that. Like,
But was
in
it the Cass
January.
Garden?
Yeah, because
Where we had the goat head thing?
No, we always say it in Bodega Nights in this show.
Okay.
Because I don't have a noisy neighbor anymore, so I don't have a goat head.
Oh yeah, the Cass Garden was quite a decent podcast with
Yes.
like Martin and I being decent human beings and not the fucking degenerates that we are. Bodega Nights.
I mean, yeah,
That's the professional podcast. This one is just...
this is us like hating on our politics, B literally just catching up. This is friends catching up with friends, as the description of the show.
Right. So Martin had this neighbor that he really hated, right?
Yeah.
Over in Brazil,
Yeah.
and we just pretty much said like, bro, you should get a goat head
And that's where we always end some
and
episodes.
like put it outside of the door, just so that they can say that they have been warned.
the mafioso.
So this is like Brazilian Godfather level stuff.
I guess so.
And I think I know that this isn't exactly what happened, but this is how I like to remember it in my mind. The first time we mentioned like you being annoyed at the neighbors was because they were leeching off of the internet connection, like downloading porn or something.
Yeah.
On like torrent porn as one does, and also they had like the very strong smell of cigarettes in a non-smoking building. But because of like super slow internet, I was like, oh, bro, you should totally get a goat head and put it outside. And then like his internet connection just got cut off. And I couldn't record anything anymore because it would just be me talking into the void.
The void.
Really?
Right? And so, ever since that little incident, for like, a good 3 or 4 month run, every time somebody mentioned like goat head, we would end the show. It was like Martin's safe word for like, I'm tired.
Goat head.
I have to go to work.
Yeah, on a Sunday.
Goat head.
On a Sunday morning.
Wait, you were working on a Sunday?
Sometimes, remember when we were... hello? Yeah. You know.
I in fairness, with time zone change, I thought it might not have been a Sunday. I just thought like, oh, okay, you work weekend.
Sunday morning, Martin had to work. It's
And you were the bottom bitch, huh?
Yeah.
But as somebody that has years of experience in the service industry, you know that your holiday is not on.
No,
you know
it's
that
not
your
real.
rest day is not Saturday or
What
Sunday,
holiday?
right?
No,
Like,
no, the best thing about this is everything is off, like it's off season, so it's all cheap, and then you still get like the benefits of being part of the industry. They help you out a bit more.
yeah. So like, Martin was fairly public facing, or at least the office that he was fairly public facing. So, like, there was always the opportunity for somebody from the back office to be like, "Hey, come to work on Sunday morning," you know.
Okay.
That was something that I found really funny, though. Like those first couple of like days or months in Brazil, Martin in Brazil, it was like he shows up at work and everybody has to like work from home because of the plague, right?
Yeah. But sometimes.
But then sometimes when the toilet is clogged, they call Martin, and Martin shows up. He's like, "This is not part of my job."
Bottom bitch.
Bottom bitch.
But then we all kind of understood that it was because you were the new guy.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do with the new guy. You're like clean
This is
the,
where the hazing begins.
clean the toilet. You know.
No, not clean the toilet. Find someone to clean the toilet.
You know, I was so hoping for your entire time there that you'd do at least 1 or 2 Vin Diesel parody memes because you were there.
This is
You see how you look. I was kind of waiting for a family meme at some point for you to put there.
I still can't get over that you were in Brazil, Martin, and I can't get over the fact that you're back. I've missed you, but I still find it so funny that you thought you had dodged a bullet when they didn't put you in the Beijing office.
Yeah, because Brazil became the central hub of COVID in South America.
Yeah, but then I really remember Martin was like, yeah, dodge that bullet, man. It's all good.
Mid-March comes like...
He dodged the bullet and took the RPG.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good stuff.
And it's one of the most interesting cities in Brazil, right?
Yeah, you mentioned it looks like a bird.
Yeah, it looks like a bird. It's supposed to look like a bird.
Yes.
Like freedom and eagles and all of that sort of thing. Basically a little slice of Americana in Brazil. But you weren't able to see it. Because you were stuck at home.
No, technically stuck at home and back to the place of work where I work to, back and forth.
How far was your
20-minute Uber ride, but it's way farther. It's because the streets there and the traffic there is pretty much good.
Actually, did you ever see T modeling Jesus? Or T posing Jesus right there?
Yeah, sadly, when I was there during my birthday week, when they actually gave me a day off, it had a fog, so we couldn't see Jesus, just the feet of Jesus.
There was fog.
It was that sad.
Why? Fog.
So I'm just
why?
curious, so you didn't get to see it, but what is the most common pose with T-posing Jesus? Do people also T-pose, or is it a different thing?
No, they just.
They don't do like a weird
it's
thing like they do with like the Eiffel Tower where everyone's doing Thriller in the corner, or they do
No.
something where he does a T and someone does a C and someone does something else.
I wish they did, but they're not fun.
Oh,
They're just good Christian men and women.
Remind me that if I ever find myself near
T-posing
T-posing
Jesus.
I will T-pose.
he goes on top of a bench, just goes like that, like whee.
Like, I would like to have someone lend my camera and take a shot of me, but they might have ran away with it. I would have T-posed, but they would have just...
Well, there it goes.
Wow, what a weirdo, I'm getting your phone.
Just
Bye.
It's just gonna be like Martin yelling, "Can you at least upload it to Imgur and just send me a link?"
No. Screw you.
Can I at least have that photo, please?
But what I can say is, wow. I just realized in Brazil, we have very hot Asian neighbors. Because where
Like you?
I am, yes, where I was,
Martin's the
it's
hot
a
Asian
hub of
neighbor.
like other countries because international organizations and other countries. There you go. I can totally say that on the air, right? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean, guys.
I mean, and I'm sure they don't, but let's just say that,
Yes, you guys do.
International organizations and whatnot.
And whatnot, yes.
Perfectly legal, yes.
Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal to say.
Right, our legal counsel is giving the thumbs up. It's all good.
Yeah.
So wait, so if you're hot Asian neighbors, does that mean we sent you because you're our hot Asian neighbor?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Saiyan neighbors. Sadly, I have to say this off air. Anyway.
oh, that's so mean.
When he said hot Asian neighbors, I thought he was talking about temperature.
No. No, like hot.
We spend our plagues very differently, Jeff.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
But also, I grew appreciation with our South American Latin friends as well.
Did you spend the plague like me too?
Oh no. I didn't spread anything. No seeds, no nothing. Okay, Mom, there's no illegitimate children.
They all have paperwork.
The only thing I spread myself up was spreading too thin on work. Not my legs.
But at least you get good food. Like you kept mentioning like something pau.
Pão de queijo, cheese bread. Dude, that is amazing.
Wait. We're supposed to pronounce it pão de queso, right? Because you say pão de queso, it's what we would.
Pão de queijo, yeah, pão de queijo.
Yeah, because if you say pão de queso,
Pão de queijo,
it's like that's literally
bread of cheese.
no like if you pronounce it pão, that and pão de queso, what you're saying is you are making love to the cheese.
Yep.
I mean, that's just pretty much pau with queso.
Yes, give me all of that cheese.
But in
All of
Portuguese,
it.
you have to say pão de queso.
right?
Pão de queso.
So how is it different from other cheese bread?
Oh, dude.
Tell me more
I
about
cannot
it.
describe it, but it's like, it can be chewy, it can be a bit crunchy, but the premise is it's freaking cheese bread.
I want it now.
Yes.
I want it now.
When you see it, you just want it. No
Yeah, it's like
explanations, just
I want it.
now.
I want to stare at it for 20 minutes before I eat it slowly.
So I didn't want to tell my cousins or my
This is
relatives.
really funny, right? Because we're talking about cheese bread, but then the way Martin is describing it, it could also be like he's banging the cheese.
I mean,
He really likes that cheese bread.
I mean, they kind of made it with love, so we wouldn't know what that special ingredient is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Isn't it like Parmesan?
Yes, sometimes mozzarella.
Do you buy this bread behind the curtain away from prying eyes?
No, it's there,
Why?
free for everyone to see,
What-
displayed in the glass.
Why do I want it even more now? The way you describe it. Why?
By the
Dear,
way-
why? I need this in my life. I really do.
Right?
I mean, I love cheese
I
bread, but I
really
can't
don't.
imagine cheese bread being any more amazing than Jenny is.
You will never ever figure it out until you try it.
So will
but then
that
again,
make you
I know
return?
you have lactose intolerance. Sorry. I don't, stay away from that.
But now that you're back, it's like never ever now. We have no reason
Would you
to go
go
to
back for
Brazil
the POW?
anymore.
Yes, I'll always go back for the POW.
Didn't you have a story about like hanging out in the red light district or something?
No, that was
Speaking of,
So,
Oh yes! Oh yes!
wait,
So-
is queso a name?
No, no.
don't we have a friend named Cheese?
Oh!
Hey cheese, how are you doing? Paulo says hi.
He says pau de queso.
Hi. Hello.
How the case?
It has been so long.
So
You
this
can
is-
also check out Cheese's 2 episodes on the Cast Garden, guys. By the way.
Yes.
On
nice.
Spotify. So you guys mentioned about the storm. So it's a stupid idea to go to the beaches right now, right?
I mean, now it's pretty okay. Like, it's not as
okay.
bad. Like, right after, 100%, you probably shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad for the first 2 months, though there were some places that would they open right the day after.
Wow.
Because I guess OSHA doesn't exist here, so,
Recoup the losses.
What? Recoup. Oh my God. No, everyone in the industry is still fighting to just hopefully break even, but all you're doing is minimizing losses until now.
Ah, nice.
Because until the thing about tourism is you need this really important market called tourist.
Yes.
I see.
And tourists require planes, sometimes ships, and access to these countries like ours and things. When that doesn't occur because of reason, it's really hard to operate. And when you're in a place that has over 100 hotels in just the one small area of Lapu-Lapu and other things, it's kind of difficult to just survive. Like literally, they were asking when I was working for the hospitality, and like, what's the plan here? Don't die. That's literally the only plan. Is the only way you win is by out-surviving your competitor. And if you have no debt, you're fine. If you have very little loans, great. All these things, great. That's the only way to survive, because you can have 100% local market. You're still not making really money. Because locals don't really stay over. They will do a day use, they'll go to the beach. No one really stays around. And even with food, the amount of people who will sneak in food. Because we all have done that in a hotel, haven't we?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, what you got there, sir? A smoothie? What about that in the bag?
Another smoothie.
So it's those things. And if you're local, it's hard to convince locals to actually go to a place to stay overnight. I mean, after the storm, there were people who went to hotels and things to try to just, just weather out the storm. But, and that thing, there's a storm. The amount of people who didn't understand that you could not run a generator for 24/7. The amount of blown up generators, destroyed generators, and generators that just never ran because they never maintained them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good God.
Yeah.
People thought, what do you mean you can't run it forever? Yeah, you can't just keep topping it off with fuel and it'll just keep on going and going. That's not how this works. Like one of our family friends, like their condominium, after 5 days of running of their generator straight, it just like conked. And I'm like, what happened? Like, you're not supposed to run that forever, right? Like the only reason why the one in the hotel that used to work at could run for almost nonstop.
Yeah.
Is that generator is designed for a cruise ship.
Ooh.
It is a cruise ship generator. That thing can power the entire resort twice over. And it's designed to run nonstop. But even then, we still give it a 4 to 8 hour rest period. Because it's a machine and it's not designed really to be treated that way. And everyone does not realize that. Even the story, have you heard the story of that couple who placed their small generator in their apartment?
Huh?
It did not end well, let's
dear.
say.
Oh dear.
They thought, if we put the generator in the other room outside of our bedroom, it should be fine.
Oh dear.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
You know how they say, like, you're not supposed to stay in the parking lot for too long?
Yeah.
For fear of carbon monoxide poisoning, you know?
Yeah.
Just because there's a door blocking it, it's not magic.
It still seeps through it.
Yes.
That's quite...
Yes, it does.
I think that surprised me, the amount of people who don't know how generators work. That's actually the most shocking thing. The crazy things that happened. The crazy things. Especially, you quickly learn crypto, NFT, all these things. Those little apes you have mean nothing once the power's all out.
Exactly. Oh
Shout
my
outs
God,
to our
dude.
Axie playing friends.
Unless you had cold hard cash in your hand, it meant nothing.
Yes.
It meant nothing at all.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Hey,
I still remember, a story I told prior to the podcast where I had to set up a solar system because, a solar powered system, not a solar. I did not create the planets and the moons and things, but a solar power array, just like 1 kilowatt hour to just kind of charge things. I had to pay that in cash. Guy's a good friend of mine, and even he said, like, you have to pay me up front, you have to pay me cash, there's no other way here. The time I bought that, someone came in with a check of about the equivalent of $40,000. Honestly, was going to pay 4 to 5 times the worth. Friend saw the check, looked at him and said, what do you want me to do with this? That's a lot of money, and he's just like, this means nothing here. It's paper. I can go to a store, show this, and they'll be laughing at me. It is amazing how that guy was willing to pay 4 times market value, but it goes down to, that means nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about money, right? Like, it's it only has value because people believe it has value.
Oh, yeah. And once the belief is gone, just like Tinkerbell, it just goes away.
Tinkerbell.
Oh, yeah, references to old shows. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. The people lining up for cash and people realizing that banks don't have infinite money.
Yeah.
What do you mean they don't have infinite money?
When the bank has no money. What do you mean the bank has no money? It is shocking to me how people honestly thought that banks were just, there's just billions and billions inside banks all the time. Like, no. They barely have 1 million, most of them.
What was they're only required to be able to cover
Like the day's transactions usually.
Yeah,
Some
no,
would
no,
go
like-
up to a week, but usually it's a day's transactions.
you know banks are just if it wasn't for all of the government protection, banks are just so fucking scary because they aren't required to hold as much cash as people deposit, basically. Right? Like if everybody in the Philippines put in like a peso, the bank doesn't have to have 100 million pesos in the bank.
Yep. That's why one of the scariest protests is called the Run the Bank. Dear Lord, is it terrifying?
Right? Like, I'm not sure what the exact figure is, like, but there's a certain percentage that the bank has to have in stock. I guess that's the term.
Yeah, and on hand.
Yeah, on hand there, a certain percentage,
That's
but
per day.
like it's shockingly
Depending
low.
per day, per week, some per month, depending on how busy your branch is.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's shockingly low. And fun fact, money in the bank is insured, but it's only up to 500,000 pesos per person per bank.
Yeah.
So, that's one of those don't put all of your eggs in one basket sort of things.
Yeah, or even like a simple thing for the average person here where people would load up cash in their Gcash and became useless again during that period.
It was doubly useless because there was no internet connection and no globe.
Thanks,
Yep.
Gcash.
It's just those things that the amount of things people took for granted
Yeah.
The amount of things, and yeah, again, simple thing as just water. Not the running water, just drinking water. Gasoline, all these little tidbits. It just became amazing to me how the average person. I don't know. I just made the assumption people just made these small preparation things just in case bad things happen. Because this is not the first time we had a big storm.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'd say Ruping is pretty close, even though it happened like almost 3 years ago.
Whoa. That's still...
But it's still pretty fresh in my mind.
Fresh, man.
And that one there, when I saw it, I figured, we should be able to bounce back fairly quickly. We've had this before. Yeah, I was not very correct about that assessment.
Yeah.
Wait, the last major storm was 2019.
Oh, no. Like, that was like that one was pretty big, but it really wasn't something that caused that much damage to the city per se.
Yeah.
But the one like Ruping, Ruping did a number.
Like, the annoying thing about Cebu is that if it rains here for over 2 hours, like you paralyze the city for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's really freaking annoying. But very rarely do we have storms that will take the city out for more than 3 days, more than 2 days. Odette was one of those storms that took the city out
Months.
for more than 2 days. The last time that happened to Cebu was Ruping in
1993 or 1993, 1994, somewhere there, I think.
Whoa.
About 1994.
We were all
that
kids.
that was the
I remember it
last
very
time.
clearly.
Yeah.
That was the last time that a storm that big hit Cebu, and it wasn't pretty.
Nah, not at all.
Odette wasn't pretty either. Good lord.
I remember that. The biggest difference was at least in Ruping. Power for me came back in 25 days. Ruping was 40.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I just said, like, so since it's 40 days, at least we did better than last time.
Yeah.
There was an improvement.
Holy shit.
The bar wasn't set very high.
But holy shit, we were wrong.
Oh, God. The risk was calculated, but boy, did we mess up the math. But yeah, it's just that thing. Oh, wow.
Nuts.
Oh. 2020. So it was like a.
Wow. I still remember that thing. I was a kid and I still remember that thing. I remember the rain. I remember the wind. And I remember having to sleep out on the balcony because that's the only cold place in the house.
Dude.
It was crazy. And that thing there, that thing stuck. That's how bad it was. I was a kid then, and those memories stuck. I may get the year wrong, but I will not forget how bad that night was. The first night where nothing was running, there was no power, there was no television. I didn't worry about the internet because that didn't exist yet.
Yeah, no, like I didn't care about the TV. Like I didn't care about cable.
I think I was sad because I couldn't play with the Atari.
Oh.
That was like what I remember. I couldn't play with the Atari or the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Famicom.
I couldn't edit the podcast.
But yeah, when Odette came out, like the biggest thing I realized I missed was just basic YouTube. This is that time-killing thing that just broke the silence. Because wow, the silence at night.
Yeah.
It was that thing where deathly silent. Because here we're used to the fact that there's a white noise, an air conditioner, a fan, something running.
Yeah.
Just kind of help you sleep. The only thing that kept, I think, me and my girlfriend sane was the fact that we had this rechargeable fan that we had given my dad. And we would put it in literally the lowest setting just to move the air a little bit. And I remember when she's still going to work. She was still going to work this time. I remember one time I was like, I want to treat myself. So I had moved it up from 1 to 2. The difference of 1 to 2 in that day just felt like night and day. Like, oh my God, it's freezing. It's amazing. Now I said to 2, like, what the hell is this thing doing?
It's like something that I latched onto with what you were saying was the silence, how we aren't used to it.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Like I was last time I was in the US, right? It was many years ago at this point. This was in the era before masks. And we were there around the winter.
Whoa.
So the only thing that was really on was the heat. And, that is tremendously silent.
Yeah.
And it is just so dead silent. It's so... It's unnerving. It's unnerving.
It is.
I was so happy when my little brother joined us because he had this little box whose sole purpose was to make something that sounds like an air conditioner.
Oh, yeah, that somehow makes everything so much better. It's weird. If you've never really lived, like, had to depend on an air conditioner to really make nights comfortable, it seems like a weird thing to say. But no, that little bit of noise just makes it comfortable. It's like you finally feel like something is like somewhat normal. Even if you're in a really cold place, it being dead silent and quiet just does not register properly in your brain if you've lived your life with a fan or an aircon running.
Yeah, or even like a lot of the in Manila, when I wouldn't have an air conditioner or fan sometimes, the city, the sounds of the city,
The sounds of the city.
that was like, there's that comfort. It's comforting to have a little bit of background noise.
Dead silence can keep a man up all night.
Yeah, because it's just so unnerving. It's just, why is it this quiet? Because I guess maybe it's something in our head that it's like when all the animals go quiet in like the jungle or things where you know there's a predator out there. I wonder if it's that thing that clicks in our brain that this is not normal. It's not supposed to be this quiet.
Yeah.
Something's out hunting, and it's not me.
Or maybe it's just because we're so used to having like the noise of the city.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That
The
too.
urban noises.
And after a storm, there was no urban noise at
Yeah,
night.
there was no urban noise. Oh my god, it was so tremendously dark.
Yeah, the second the sun went down, like, well, that's it. Let's go back indoors.
Yeah, it's like this is what farmers must have felt like back in like the 1500s, 1400s.
The only good thing was, at least for the first week or two, we had this massive full moon. It was like at least the time of the full moon, so the nights wouldn't be too dark. Like you'd get that light. But once like the full moon had passed, of course, it's going to waning, then new moon, and there's just nothing again.
Yeah.
God, that was a crazy time. Until now, it's like, I somewhat dread December just because I don't want to remember how things were. I don't remember Christmas. There was no Christmas, or like in our household.
Yeah, that was.
No Christmas,
No
no
Christmas.
New Year's. It was just passing of the time. Time, like, what time is it? Time is sun is out.
Yeah, yeah.
Sun up, sun down.
That is time right now. Sun is out. Now sun is down. No sun. This sun.
That's not true though.
I'm curious. Like, did you change anything? Like after what you had to do with your storm, did you change anything after in your place? Like both of you, like you, Pao. Did you change anything else? Like, oh, we realized we need now a generator. We need now this. We need now this. Because I spent like a stupid amount of cash right after that, just preparing everything for the possibility of another storm.
We have a we did maintenance on our generator.
Oh God, you should have done that way before.
Dear, or we were scrambling to buy one after the
Oh,
storm.
and the generator rush. Then I saw like, were you able to get fuel? Because I saw people rushing to get them. Wondering, how are you going to get fuel for this?
we had a supply for the generators.
Then the fuel.
A supply of fuel for the
Oh, okay.
generators.
That's great.
But the issue was getting the generator.
Oh, okay. Ours was reversed, where we had a generator. We could not
Because
get fuel.
because the concern wasn't just our house. The concern was also the village and our office.
Yeah. We now have cash in a safe.
Oh, okay. Now you make sure you have like hard cash on you now, just to
Yeah.
be sure. Yeah, God.
Always
Lines.
have a stack
Those
of cash.
ATM lines. I told you guys this, the fact that I saw a lady like smacking this guy in front of her because the guy took out a second ATM card.
What?
Yeah.
That's no, you've seen
Why
this. People
would
bring
they
in like
do
2
that?
cards. But you know, you've seen this, right? You've seen people bring out like 1 or 2 to
No.
3. You've not seen that? I've seen people do that.
I
Even on like a
haven't
normal
seen
day.
people being
I've
that
seen- I've
inconsiderate
seen that.
and dickish
I've seen
when
that.
there's a long
Yeah.
line.
Now imagine,
But I've-
takes out the second one. Oh God, this is like, we're like, no.
And then
Even like the guard, like, sir, you have to leave.
Yeah.
I mean that's on a normal day that's fine, but you have to
Not on that situation.
you have to realize
Yeah.
that people were spending the equivalent of an entire working day lining up for the ATM.
Yep.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
was it?
imagine like people doing that on a payday. It's not just a payday. This is like after the storm, right?
And there's
Yeah.
that one. Since the only reason why the banks had a bit more extra cash was because of 13th month pay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even that was not enough to really fill in all the need.
Is this why I've got the? Is this why I more easily notice people when they do the double or triple card thing? Is the storm the reason?
No. That's always been a thing. But
It's kind of annoying.
it's annoying.
No,
but
it's
Vegas-
like
annoying.
I only really started noticing it now.
Oh no, it happened before. I remember that in university.
No, I mean my awareness.
Oh,
of
your
it.
awareness to it. Oh God, yeah. That's.
I'm just lucky I didn't see that because they do that in front of a long line of people behind them. They're gonna get mugged the hell out of them.
Oh,
the guy
dear.
behind is gonna mug you.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
try,
just
try that up. No, like
have that mother bird be going to me, sir.
You seem to have more than one ATM card. Would be a damn shame if we mug your ass after you get the next
No
set
one's
of
going to
money.
say anything.
No one's gonna say anything, right? They hogged up the lines. Yeah, okay, we're getting it. Eat the rich. Eat the rich.
What was that meme though? It was like people in Cebu line up like 4 hours for the ATM, and then after that they line up 4 hours for a latte in Starbucks.
I've seen that. People still need their coffee.
That was fucking crazy.
It's like, yeah, that's true. Oh, did you? Of course, Grab. The next day, all the shit was closed. I like temporarily closed and everything, except one store was open in Grab, like the day after storm. Only one of it. I don't know if anyone ever ordered it, but only one thing was open. Boozies.